Hello everyone, I'm going to help you with in Coreldraw 18 home and student version to do some designs. We're going to focus on some designs for t-shirts. That's going to be vinyl cutting. Yes, so let's dive into it. Once you've purchased your program and you open it, you're going to come to your welcome screen. What we want to do here is just going to close that and we're going to open a blank page or a new document. Good. I'm going to work in an A4 format. It's just easier to view so you all can see the screen. Okay, so when you open this, you're going to have quite a few tools here on the side. That's on your standard installation. We're going to do text. Let's pick something fun. Let's just say all about having fun. Good. This is your pick tool. This you're going to basically select every time you want to select something that you have on your screen. So what we've done is we've used our text tool that you can click on. If you want to do plain text that you want to just type one big line or put it underneath each other, you type normally. If you want to go down one line, you press enter and you can continue like that as I have done. To enlarge your view, you can just drag it on the corners. Be careful to do it like that and to do it like this. You might end up having something that's not in proportion. Just go Control Z and we just get that back to the original. Take it by the corner. Then you're very sure that you have something that's diagonal and it's in proportion and not going to be out of proportion. Good. Let's go to centering or spacing your text. Grab your pick tool. You're going to go over there. That is your alignment tool for your font and for your text. Let's do center. It works very much the same as in Microsoft Word. Let's pull it nice and big so you can see on the screen. Let's say you don't want a normal Arial font, you want something funky or a bit bolder when you're going to cut it. Let's pick a font that's nice and big and bold. That's going to have some impact on your t-shirt because a t-shirt size and the area that you print on is normally quite big in the front or the back, depending if you want to do a pocket size print or on the shoulder or on the sleeve. So let's pick this. Let's say it's going to be in front of the t-shirt. So the dimension or the size of your A4 is 210 mils by 297 or almost 300 millimeters. So it's going to be a nice big print that's going to be in front of the t-shirt. So that's basically what you're going to have. You're going to have your text that you've printed, that you've typed, and we are now going to change it into something that would be usable to cut with your vinyl cutter. Okay, so we're going to select this. We have to convert it to curves. It's very important because your cutter reads lines. If you have a program that's got the fonts and everything, it's great. You can type it in there and work it like that. But if you like to prefer, like I do, use Coreldraw, we're going to do this. So I have converted it to curves. So now you will see it's not going to show me a font option on top here. It's not an Arial or the compactor font anymore. It's normal lines. To make sure that with your output to your cutter, what I like to do is we're going to split this up. You're going to break it apart so that you can redo it and make sure that your program for your cutter is going to read it correctly. I'm going to break it apart. What's happening now? Every little letter here is an individual object as well as the inside of that. I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to send this to the back of the page so the middle of the A can come out and I can see it individually. I'm going to send it to the back of the page. Now when I click on here, I'm going to see the middle of my A. I normally just make it another color so that I'm sure that I'm going to select the correct thing when I want to combine the text. All right, so let's do it with all of it. Take the A, the B, the O. We're going to go send it to the back. You can also use your shortcuts. It's much faster once you get to know what all your shortcut keys is. Okay, we don't have too many of them, so we can do that. All right, so now we can go and select them and make them each a different color. Good, there we have it. I can't send this yet to my cutter or convert it to a SVG file because it's not ready for that. So I have to select this and the A. And what I need to do is go over there. It will show up on your bar and you want to combine it. It immediately cuts out the centerpiece of the A again and you will have a normal A. We're going to do this with all of these. I'm doing it one by one so that you can follow as I go along. So just make sure that you select it correctly. And the last A. Good. Sorry, I missed it again. There we go. And the way I select it is I just press on the first item, I keep in shift and I select the second item and then I combine it. All right, so now we want to make this whole image of words here. I want to do one image that I can send to the output of my cutter. Now I weld it. It's basically the same as what you've done just after you converted it to curves. The reason also why we converted to curves is when you have um, a font that's curly or it overlaps, we have to do this so that we can combine it. Otherwise, your cutter is going to cut lines into your other letters. But we're going to get to that in the next letter. Now we have this. This is basically done. If you want to show your clients what color is going to be in, let's say you want to choose a red vinyl or a pink vinyl, you can change it and you can do like a mock-up for them on an image of a t-shirt. So let's maybe do that and you can see what that's going to look like. So I'm just going to import a template. You press Ctrl I. If you've downloaded some images that you want to use, let's just use that. I'm going to import that. There we go. Let's make this smaller. And I'm just going to put it on the t-shirt. Just need to move that to the back. Good, we have this on top. There we go. And that's what your t-shirt's going to look like if you want to show your client. Let's pick a white color here and it will stand up nicely. Now you want to prepare this for your cutter. What you have to do is select it. You're going to go to File, Save As. We're not going to export it. We are going to save it. We're going to do selected only because you don't want to export your whole thing. You only want to export that what you're going to cut. We're going to call it plain text. Sorry. And over there, we're going to select the format. We want to do it in an SVG vector, a scalable vector graphics, so that your cutters can read it. Your silhouettes, your bigger vinyl cutters, your industrial cutters like the K&Ks and your Poison cutters, they all read SVG or DXF files. Right, so now we've got that. We're going to say save. There we go. We leave that as it is. And we say OK. Great. And so it's done that for you. Let's test and see if it came out correctly. I'm going to go to Control I. There you import whatever you've done. Good. We're going to go to Documents, I'm going to go to my Coreldraw lessons, and I'm going to select that plain text. There's your SVG file, and I'm going to import that. I'll draw it nice and big. Just going to give it a color so you can see. And you have your first image that you can import into your cutting program to cut that.